In 2007, the Big Blue Road Warriors traveled to the sub-zero confines of Lambeau Field in Green Bay for the NFC Championship Game.
Welcome to Lambeau Field in Green Bay for the NFC Championship Game. Second coldest game ever at Lambeau Field, -1 degree with a wind chill of -23.
The years were going to fall off pregame. I'm out there and I'm going, this is a mistake.
I remember standing on the field before the game, looking across the stadium, thinking one of us is going to the Super Bowl. You know, the weather is cold for both of us, and it's either us or them.
The Packers were an offensive juggernaut led by their legendary quarterback Brett Favre, and the underdog Giants looked to play the role of spoiler.
That was just, kind of my favorite game. Just in Lambeau Field, it's -23 degrees, NFC Championship, playing against, Brett Favre and the Green Bay Packers. I mean, this is it.
Giants running back Brandon Jacobs sent a message to the Packers defense on New York's first play from scrimmage.
1st and 10 from the Giants 18.
As Brandon Jacobs runs into Charles Woodson.
To me, that's the biggest play of our entire playoff run, because that truly identifies and lets you know who we were that year. When it came down to it, we're going to hit you in the goddamn mouth.
Brandon Jacobs' ferocious first carry let the Packers defense know they were going to be in for a long day. And on the Giants' first series of plays, wide receiver Plexico Burress had a similar message for Green Bay's all-pro cornerback Al Harris.
I remember Tuesday leading up to the game, Al Harris basically said, I'm going to shut down Plexico Burress and I'm going to guard him one-on-one. When he comes to Green Bay, he knows what he's going to get. So I took it personal. He was regarded as probably the best corner in the NFL at that time. I knew him so well when I got on the field that I knew what he could do and what he couldn't do. And I just basically played him to his weakness.
On New York's opening possession, Burress had 3 catches, 2 of them for first downs. As Eli Manning orchestrated a 14-play, 8-minute drive that gave the Giants an early lead.
So now a 29-yard field goal for Lawrence Tynes. He's trying to kick a rock right now. Fiegels to hold. Snap is good. Kick on its way, end over end with the distance, and it is good. So Lawrence Tynes nails one from 29 yards out.
Green Bay's next 2 possessions were both 3 and outs. And on New York's first possession of the second quarter, they once again pounded the Packers with a heavy dose of Brandon Jacobs and Plexico Burress.
Manning short set, looks left back, shoulder throw. He's got Burress working on Harris, and then Harris throws him down at the Green Bay 38-yard line.
Plexico Burress is winning that one-on-one battle with Al Harris.
And Lawrence Tynes would extend the Giants' lead with his second field goal.
We really dominated that first half, statistically, but what do we have to show for it? We had 6 points, I believe, right? I mean, it was a game where we didn't get in the end zone, and those are the games that you worry about where you're not punching them in when you should be.
On the Packers' first play after the field goal, they would show why they were the most feared offense in the NFL.
1st and 10 from their own 10.
Favre on a little fake draw, back to throw. He's looking right, he's throwing right, he's got a receiver wide open. That's Donald Driver, up to the 40. He's still running down the right sideline, high-stepping his way, and he's going to go in for the touchdown, 90 yards.
Donald Driver for the touchdown, no flags.
Green Bay's quick strike gave them a 7-6 lead. And with time winding down in the first half, they were once again knocking on the door to the Giants' end zone.
It was right before the 2-minute warning. They're driving. They got a little momentum.
So it's 3rd and 8 from the 19-yard line.
I knew it was an opportunity for us to just not give up a touchdown.
Favre out of the shotgun, barks out signals, takes the snap and drops back. Screen set up left.
Recognized the screen. I'm like, oh man, we're in trouble. And I remember seeing the lineman already kind of having a couple steps on me, and I'm like, I just got to shoot it. Like, I don't know if I'm going to make the play, but if I don't shoot it, it's an easy touchdown.
Completes it, and then it's stood up by Antonio Pierce, who makes the play at the 19-yard line with a blocker on his back.
You talk about a great play by Antonio Pierce.
And look what he's got out in front of him. I mean, there's 3 blockers, and yet he's able to go through them.
It should have been a touchdown. It should have been that type of play that breaks our back, and yet it was the type of play that broke their back. And again, it's Antonio Pierce. I wasn't too surprised.
The game became a back-and-forth battle, with the lead changing hands 3 times in the third quarter.
Manning, handoff left for Jacobs, plows into the end zone for a touchdown, and the New York Giants regain the lead. Favre to throw, drifts, fires one over the middle, wide open, touchdown, Donald Lee. And the Packers regain the lead with 5 minutes to go in the third.
Late in the third quarter, Manning connected with Amani Toomer on one of the most spectacular catches in Giants playoff history. A toe-tapping sideline grab that set up a touchdown.
Back to throw. Looks right, looks left, throws it left, looking for Toomer down the sideline, makes a diving catch. Is he in or out? They say he's in at the 12-yard line.
Perfect throw by Manning, and somehow Amani Toomer got his feet down for 23-yard completion.
The out-of-bounds marker, it was ice. So falling on that, I got the wind knocked out of me, and it was very uncomfortable.
Manning handoff for Bradshaw, cuts up the middle to the goal line. Is he in? Touchdown Giants! And the Giants regain the lead here in the third.
Early in the fourth quarter, the Big Blue defense came up with a big stop to keep Green Bay out of the end zone.
3rd and 3 for the Packers at the Giants' 12.
Swings it left flat, Ryan Grant, and he runs right into Corey Webster. Decked for a loss, back to the 20-yard line.
Big 37-yard field goal coming up here for Mason Crosby.
Snap is good. Kick on its way. It's got plenty of leg, and it is good. So with 11:46 to go, we are tied at 20.
On New York's ensuing possession, Eli Manning marched the Giants downfield on an 11-play drive that once again took advantage of Plaxico Burress' matchup with Al Harris.
Manning takes back to throw. He wings it over the right side, and he's got Burress again! He turned around Al Harris out of bounds at the 11-yard line of Green Bay. Goodness!
With 7 minutes to play, Lawrence Tynes had a chance to give New York the lead again.
This will be a 43-yard field goal attempt. He does not have the biggest leg in the league.
This is where Tynes said his range was, 43 yards. Snap is good, kick on its way, hand over hand, it's got the distance, it is no good. Lawrence Tynes hooks one left from 43 yards.
The 43-yarder with about 7 or 8 minutes left. It was a kick I knew I could make. I felt like I was going to make it when I went out there. I just didn't start it far enough right, and it missed left.
And with 4 seconds left in regulation, Lawrence Tynes would get a chance to redeem himself.
Tynes from 36 yards out for the win. Snap is high, Fiegels gets it down, kick a line drive, and it is no good. Left. Missed it wide left.
I completely screwed this thing up, you know. The snap was high and all that other stuff, but I should have still done a better job with that kick. I completely bailed on it, tried to buy time, and yanked it way left.
And we're going to overtime.
Let's go, one time. We get the ball back, one drive field goal, we win this. Come on now, let's go! Let's go, D!
And on Green Bay's first possession in overtime, the Big Blue defense would give their kicker a shot at redemption.
Favre back to pass, takes a deep drop, steps up, looking to his right, and the pass intercepted by the Giants at the 40-yard line. Corey Webster got the pick, and he's tackled at the Packer 34.
The young man has come back from the depths of the dungeon. I mean, he was buried in the doghouse, and he worked his way back on the field. Got his confidence late in the year, and he's been a major contributor here.
You know, I felt that, you know, Brent Favre and Driver had a connection for, you know, a long time, a big pass history. So I knew to be on my P's and Q's, especially if they were going to come out and pass the ball. And he ran a quick out route, and I was able to undercut it.
But New York's first 2 plays netted only 5 yards, and they were facing a 3rd and 5 at the Packers' 29-yard line.
And it'll be 3rd down coming up.
Manning back to throw. Sets, delivers one left, knocked away from Smith, incomplete.
Decision time for Tom Coughlin.
And now if you're Tom Coughlin, you got to start thinking about how you're going to play it, because your field goal kicker is rattled.
4th down, it's a 47-yard field goal. Earlier in the first half, I had slid up next to Lawrence Tynes and I said, Lawrence, can you make a 46-yard field goal? He turned and walked away from me. He wouldn't even answer my question.
I'm ready to punt. There's no way we're kicking this field goal. The next thing I know, here comes number 9. I look out and he's running on the field.
I ran out there, I got my spot, I looked up, I looked around, there's no snapper, there's no holder. I kind of saw Tom shoo them onto the field, So I'm like, all right, we're going to kick it.
All right, here goes Tynes again from 47 yards to kick the Giants to the Super Bowl. Snap is good. Kick on its way. End over end. Does it have the distance? It is good! Lawrence Tynes has kicked the Giants to the Super Bowl.
I knew I could make that kick, and so I credit Jay Alford for snapping in those conditions. It was brutal. And then obviously Jeff putting it down, and then we made the kick.
I turned around first to find Tynes, and he was already gone. I mean, he took off sprinting down the field, and I heard him say, "We're 60 minutes away." And that was kind of when it first hit me. Wow, we are one game away from a world championship.
The journey we had to win at Lambeau Field, you know, in the weather conditions that it was, couldn't write a better script.